and welcome back to another video. So I figured it's been a while since I've done a ASMR video in a true sense of the word. And it's been a while since I've shown you guys what's in my makeup bag. But lately, since the Nosferatu movie came out around Christmas, I haven't really used my makeup bag. You see, I saw this popcorn tin, and I wish Deshaun was here to verify, but he's at work right now. I saw this popcorn tin and I was like, you know what? I think that'd be so cool to be where my face lies. So I've been putting on my makeup in this popcorn tin sarcophagus, and now what better time than several months after all of the Nosferatu hype, what better time than now to show you guys what I'm keeping in it. So, of course, this isn't all my makeup, this is just what I go to and grab. I really dislike the fact that it is not even 5 in the morning and I'm sweating profusely because I live in the South. And for some reason, I don't know, it's like summer just starts early, and well, as a goth, it's miserable to be a goth in the South because the sun is our mortal enemy, you know, the usual stuff. So, I like that they put a lot of detail into the sarcophagus. When I saw it on the website before the movie came out, I thought this was just going to be printed, but it's actually textured, and on the inside there's a print of rats inside the sarcophagus. So I know people are going to ask me, Brie, what did you think about the Nosferatu movie? What did you think about it? What did you think about it? Well, I liked certain aspects. I liked the cinematography, I liked the costume design, and even though I wasn't the hugest fan of the mustache, I think it's cool that they gave, you know, the spin that they did on Orlok's character. However, the, you know, original Nosferatu has a special place in my heart, and I don't think anything will ever top that, but, you know, new things come, and changes happen, and we have to appreciate those changes. That doesn't mean that, you know, I hate the film, doesn't mean that I dislike it, I just have a favorite, and the favorite is the original. So I'm gonna go ahead and take off this lid here. So the first thing I have is a tiny stack of palettes. These are my go-tos. These are that I use these every single makeup look. Now, granted, I have a multitude, and I mean several drawers of makeup. I'm obsessed. I love makeup. It is obviously my thing. So the first thing is a recent addition from Sunset Makeup. If you hear snoring, it's just my cat Kevin. He's about to come up on the bed and say hello. Hello, Mr. Kevin. Mr. Kevin is a goblin of a cat. Isn't that right, Mr. Kevin? He's come on here to be extra. He's a little voidling. This is from Sunset Makeup, and it's their goth palette. It says highlight and contour, but really it's just 3 shades. You have a bone white shade, a gray, and a black shade. I use this one for contour, and I use this black one if I'm doing like a death rock look and I want to literally look like the undead. And I use this white shade as like a base before I put on all of my eyeshadows. So it does really come in handy. Deshaun got me a ton of sunset makeup for Valentine's Day, and I was like, yay, new makeup to try, woo. So, in the second one, I actually gave the other palette that came, I did a unboxing of this collection, but it was the Vampira and Bela Lugosi collaboration with Creature Cosmetics, and as you can see, this palette is well loved. I really like the Dracula shade and the Armand Tesla shades, these bottom two right here, and I use those to really do contour on my eyes. Kevin, you're so loud, buddy. He's just snoring away. I wish I could sleep like that. The next one I have is an oldie but a goodie, and this is the Winchester Mystery House 100th Anniversary palette that I got in 2023. Don't shade me, it's old, but it works. And I've hit pan on my favorite shades. As you can see, the black shade, this gray shade, and this was like a lighter gray. It was like more of a brownish gray, and it was my favorite contour shade, and now it's gone. And I can't buy this palette again because it doesn't exist. A moment of silence. Rip. Anyways, I really liked the packaging, and on the inside here is a mirror. And I think it's really cool that they have the house. And I'm sad that Vampire Cosmetics isn't Vampire Cosmetics anymore. And they are now Phoenix Rising Cosmetics. This is also what once was Vampire Cosmetics, and you can't get this palette anymore. This is the Dracula 2 palette. You see, I keep all my Dracula makeup in the Nosferatu Sarcophagus because I think it's ironic. Not really, I just happen to have Dracula makeup in a Nosferatu sarcophagus that conveniently holds these palettes. So this is a book, and inside there's different art. Like there's a blue section, there's this purple section, and then there's this first section here with a mirror. But I really like the blue section so much, I've never used it because I'm more of a red and black, black and purple. I've never been able to make blue work with my complexion. It washes me out. And I know what you're saying, Brie. Washed out, you can't get any paler. Shut your mouth. Well, my natural skin tone. I'm already pale as a ghost. And every day, like, I try to wear warmer colors, like when I do wear color, because, you know, when I'm going out, you know, when I'm going out in public and I don't want to have my face fully, you know, I like to, you know, just not have all the eyes on me of people being like, oh, you look sickly, you don't look good, you look sick. I get it, I know, I need to see the sun more. I try my best. This one is one of my favorites. I like the texture of it. It's my favorite for two reasons. It's a magnetic palette, and this is my custom contour shade. This is a red eyeshadow. It's sparkly from Odin's Eye, and these are two random singles from a palette I tried to depot, but I ended up breaking the palette and most of the shadows. And that was as far as my journey went with depotting makeup. But this palette was a gift from my best friend V, and she has a matching one. So that's all I've got for eyeshadows in this sarcophagus so far. The next thing I have is a little random, but I have a bunch of ponytail holders. Whenever I've hosted events or, prepared for events, and you're doing makeup with a bunch of people, you'd be surprised how many people need one of these bad boys to hold their hair back and they don't have one in their kit. So I like to carry a bunch of them, even if I'm just sitting at home. But it's a habit to keep it in my makeup bag, in my makeup kit. It's a habit because I ultimately am a girl's girl, and if you need a hair tie, I got you. But also I have all this myself, and I have to pull all my hair back. So I always have these. They are crucial. They're so important. Let's see, I have 2 setting powders. The first one is for when I'm doing like, what do you call it? Like more, natural makeup looks, because I do have like my normal foundation shade. And sometimes I want to just do like a goth makeup look, which is my natural-ish skin color. So like I have 2 shades of foundation. I have corpse paint and lead paint. Lead paint is my everyday shade. Sickly Victorian child is what I'm going for, But then when I want to look like I've risen from a coffin, I have the Bone White as a ghost, white as you can get it foundation. These are a little dirty because they've been thrown all over the place. This is from Milk Makeup, and this is just a Pore Eclipse Translucent Loose Setting Powder. This is my usual everyday one, but when I'm doing full dried goth, I like this one. This is from Sunset Makeup, and it's one of their colorful setting powders, and it's the white one. And this is a true white setting powder, so it's white. Like, you put it on, when you brush it off, it's still there, it's white. It says the shade 6, but as you can see, it's just a white setting powder. It's nothing too fancy. It came with the goth bundle that Deshawn got me for Valentine's Day. Okay, so now foundations. That was a little loud, I'm so sorry. I have 3, and I bounce between these. So the first one is Revolution Makeup London's Conceal and Define in the shade F0, which this is supposed to be. So for their line of foundations, their Conceal and Define line, they have this as a mixer shade, and it's designed to where you could take this and make your own custom shade of foundation. And I was like, girl, this is my custom shade of foundation, what are you talking about? But anyways, this for drugstore is the absolute, in my opinion, best all-white foundation you can get. This bad boy is $12. You can get it on Amazon. You can go to Ulta. $12. Works like a charm. When you're in a pinch and you need something and this is my like waiting for like my these are my expensive foundations, so like if I run out of one, I'm using this until the good stuff gets here. I'm kidding, but this is really good, and I actually got Deshawn into using it as well, and now he has like 20 of these. He liked it so much, we actually have a subscription to it, so every month we get like 2 of these. Okay, this is my everyday shade of foundation. This is like almost white, but not quite. I love how that rhymed. This is from Rim Beauty, which is Ariana Grande's makeup line, and I think I said her last name right. I don't know. ever since I watched Victorious as a little kid. I don't think I ever got her name right. But Rem Beauty. This is in the shade Fair 1 In. And I have sworn by this for almost 2 years now. Since it came out, actually. I used to be a loyalist to Fenty Beauty's shade 100, which was, at the time, the palest foundation you can get on the market. But it eventually started to feel too heavy on my skin because it is a silicone-based foundation. So when this came out, I was like, oh, this has the same color payoff and my skin's not dying. I'm not saying that Fenty's foundation is bad. It just, for my skin, I have very sensitive skin, so it felt really heavy after wearing it for a while. And last but not least, this is from Sunset Makeup, and it's their colorful foundation in the shade White. And of course, it's mid-tier expensive. So this is like expensive. This is mid-tier expensive. And this one, somehow, with the best packaging, is the cheapest. So, as you can see, I use this one a lot. That's what I'm wearing right now. Alrighty, so next we have, I guess we'll start with lip products. Oh, I missed a palette. This one is from Girl Cult. It's a little eyeshadow quad. And it has just these 4 colors, and I think it's really pretty. Okay. Oh, wait. And we have a concealer from Sunset Makeup. It's just a white concealer. You can see, just a white concealer. Alright. Lip products. Let's go. I'm going to start with liquid products first. Okay. So, this is what I'm wearing right now. This is from Sunset Makeup, and it's actually a lip stain. It's a black lip stain, so as you can see, very little transfer, but usually I just like, for the most part, like you can, and nothing. You can eat, you can drink, it doesn't go anywhere. Love it. Now, I know it was a little controversial when it came out because people would put it on and immediately like go to try and eat or try to drink something and it'd come right off. But that's because they weren't properly applying it. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to like put it on your lips, completely let it dry. You don't rub your lips together, you don't lick your lips, let it dry. That means you have to sit here like until it dries. So you let the first layer dry, you do another, and you build it up until it's where you want it to be, and you let it dry completely before each layer. And then you have this, and it doesn't go anywhere. Now this is really cool, and it's kind of like a hack, because when you put on black lipstick, sometimes you get that little like gap where like the pink of your lips show. You easily can put another lip product over it. Once your lips are stained, you won't get that gap. That's a little hack from me. This next one was one of the first black lipsticks I ever got, and it's the NYX Lingerie XXL. And it's just a black liquid lipstick. Ooh. I didn't actually go back in the tube. And this one is a newer one. Deshauna has a red one of these, and I tried it out, and I was like, ooh, who is she? Okay, I like her. This one, however, is not the same formula. Like, it's the same brand, looks the same, packaging looks the same, and this is the Super Stay Matte Ink from Maybelline. But this girl does not dry down, and I mean, turns my lips to super glue. If like super gluing your lips together were a simulation, this right here, I would say just put this on. This is the next best thing to a saw trap. Want to play a game? Put this on your lips, I'm telling you. Anyways, I like it. It's okay. But for me, I'm a yapper. I like to talk. And this, I'm over here like, can't open my lips. I don't know. Maybe it's just I'm applying it wrong, but every time I've tried, I get my lips glued together, and then I'm sitting here quiet for the whole day until I take it off. No, it's a no for me, but I think I'll probably just give it to Jishan and be like, you make everything work, here you go. Alright, I have, I think, like a couple, and these aren't all my lipsticks, these are just what is in here. So this one was my favorite for the longest time, but this is about out and I need to buy more of it, but I bought it through, I think, the TikTok shop, and I don't think TikTok is available in the States anymore, and I honestly haven't really cared to look since I deleted the app when it did get banned. I haven't really been on social media lately because I'm just burnt out with it. I'm on here, I'm on YouTube, I'm not on Instagram, I'm not on Facebook, I'm not on TikTok, I'm just on here. Because I felt for a while like I just wasn't living life. I was just sitting here, not living, worrying about every little thing that I saw, every bad piece of news, every tragedy, and it was affecting my mental health so bad that I just felt like I could not breathe. And so Deshaun and I, like, he's so loving and so supportive, and I'm like so glad I have somebody who's like-minded. It's chef's kiss. But we just sat down one day and we're like, this isn't healthy for either of us, so we both are offline until further notice. I mean, we do plan to come back to it eventually. It's just right now we're both working so much. We have big goals, big dreams, big aspirations, and sitting there doom scrolling and just being in a constant state of misery is not going to help us achieve those dreams. So we're just taking a break from it all, and when I go back to social media, I'll make sure to tell everybody. But for right now, it's just, I want to be as far away from that as possible. So this is from Girl Cult. I really like it, and I used it for the longest time. As I told you, like, this is empty, but this was my go-to. Alrighty, this one is from Creature Cosmetics, and it's a sparkly black lipstick. I love that it's a magnetic closure. That's so satisfying. Mm, 10 out of 10. I borrowed this from Deshaun on our first ever date, and I tried to give it back to him, and he was like, you keep it. I have 1 billion black lipsticks. You keep that one. And I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, I never use it anyway, so just keep it. And now it's sentimental to me, and I won't use it because it was our lipstick I wore on our first date, and this is an oldie. I think it's from Revlon. It's the Super Lustrous Lipstick in Midnight Mystery. And our first date, me and Deshaun went on, that, like, we went out and did something. We went to a punk rock flea market, and we were the only goths there, and the people there were really, really mean to us. But we bought some pins, and we bought some patches, and we looked around, and we had a really great time. But yeah, the other people there were just not nice. Okay, I have a couple pencil products here. The first one I have is a dual-sided lip liner from Girl Cult, and it is like a neutral, like flesh tone lip liner. V gave me this forever ago, and I never used it, and then last year, or not last year, yeah, I guess the end of last year, I used it, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that actually is a really good lip liner, because I couldn't find my everyday MAC lip liner. Still can't find it. I guess I have to buy a new one. This is not the Ancient Relic one, but this is the reformulated, not part of Kat Von D anymore. This is the KVD tattoo liner, and as some of you may know, Kat Von D no longer has anything to do with the KVD brand. KVD now is bought out by Kendo Beauty, and it is its own thing. However, it's still a vegan makeup company, and I still love that. However, Kat Von D, the controversy with her, I never got in the middle of all that, but I could see where she was wrong, and I could see, how she's grown as a person and stuff like that. Because we're all human, we all make mistakes, and we can, I believe, come back from those mistakes and put forth effort to be a better person every day. So, but as I was saying, this has nothing to do with Kat Von D, but I have it in my makeup kit. I don't really use it. It's very old. I use this instead because I like to feel what I'm doing with eyeliner, and when I use a pen or like a pencil, I don't feel like it's the same. I use this. This is from Inglot, and this is a gel, the AMC eyeliner gel, and I use an angled brush, and I apply all of my eyeliner with an angled brush in this. Sometimes I'll use this for my lower, like, waterline, and it's the Jumbo NYX black pencil, and I like it when I'm trying to do, like, messier looks, or, like, looks where I don't really care if it isn't perfect, or I'm feeling tired, I'll use this. This is a black lip liner from Sunset Makeup, and I'm using it today. I'll use this on the outside, and I'll fill in with the lip stain, and it's pretty solid. It works pretty good. Not my favorite, but it does its job. Yeah, this right here, I have the runniest nose ever and the leakiest eyes ever. This is just a little non-medicated vapor inhaler. This is my trick for if you don't want your eyes to water and you don't want your nose to run when you do your makeup. Use this on both sides of your nose. Your sinuses are open, your eyes won't water. If you have like leaky eyes, you won't have it. Use this. I swear by it. And the last thing, before I moved, I was living in the Kansas City area, and I was doing a lot of events. I mean, like, back to back to back, lots of events. I was having such a great time, doing all that stuff, and I got familiar with a lot of our DJs and made a lot of friends and took a lot of photos and had such a great time doing promotional stuff with the Kansas City Goths group, and I still am very much so a part of that. I just live further away, but I still will be able, I still plan to go to future events. I still plan to be a part of that. It's just going to be a little difficult now because I'm several states away, but I do plan to, in the future, make appearances and, get back into that when I have the time to. But as I said, I made a lot of friends, and one of my good friends, Blair, is a DJ. Before I moved, gave me a whole bunch of pins, and I keep this one in my makeup kit because I love it so much. I don't want it to get damaged. I don't want to lose it. I don't want to put it on a jacket and risk it falling off and me losing it, so I keep it in my makeup kit. And it's from American Werewolf in London, one of my favorite movies, and it's the Slaughtered Lamb. the little tavern sign, and I keep that in here, and it's one of my favorite things that I own. I used to keep in here a little, like, tiny little Jack Skellington figure that Deshawn gave me, and it used to be what I called my makeup pet, and I kept it in my makeup kit. But now it's in my makeup bag, and now all we have is rats in here in our nice sarcophagus. So that concludes everything that I've got in my makeup sarcophagus at the moment. And I really appreciate you all for coming and hanging out with me for a little bit and chatting it up. Now, if you've made it this far, I'm planning here soon, once I get all of my things in the mail, to do a birthday haul of what I got for my birthday. So, my birthday is on the 8th. I am an Aries, and I will be 24 this year. It's kind of crazy to think that I'm going to be 24, because I don't feel it. I feel like just the other day I was 18, and the day before that I was 16, and the day before that I was born. So I guess I'm really excited to see what this year brings me, how far I'll go, and I'm really excited to see a year from now where we'll be. But as always, I really hope that you're doing well. I hope you have a great day, a great night, a great week, and as always, sweet dreams. I'll see you in the next one.